Okay, I think we're live now. What's up, everybody? Welcome. Thank you for joining me on the live stream tonight. We're going to be talking about Lucian from Washington. I believe the place is called Yakima. I keep wanting to pronounce it Yamaka, but I believe it's Yakima. And he went missing 9/10/2022. This was last Saturday around 7:15 p.m. at this Sarge Hubbard Park. And I've been hearing about this story. Yo, thank you everybody for joining. I appreciate it, man. Hit like on the way in. I've been hearing about the story for a while. Doesn't seem like it's getting that much attention, but it's still getting more attention than some of the other cases that are really getting nothing, kind of. So we got to start covering more missing persons. And it's kind of odd because they said that the boy walked away from the park. I guess he was there with his parents, and it reminds me a little bit of Dulce. Anybody remember Dulce? Dulce. Is it Sophia? Sophia. No, I don't remember. Dulce something. Somebody in the chat's got to know. Sophie? Lena too, yeah. Yeah, it does remind me of Lena as well from Texas. Kind of strange. I forgot the full name of Dulce. Alvarez something. Dulce Alvarez. Mom was sitting in the car. People got upset with me too because I had mentioned that apparently some of the rumors that I heard is that mom in that particular story, not this one that we're covering today, that she was supposedly scratching lotto tickets in the car. And the two kids were in the park playing, and one of the kids like disappeared, still missing to this day. And they did a really interesting Dr. Phil interview with that mother. Thank you, Carolina. Dulce Maria Alvarez. They did an interview with that mother, and bro, when I saw that interview with the mother, it was so weird. I don't know, man. Something about that story. If you never heard of that story, you should check it out. Dulce Maria Alvarez. From what I heard with this particular story with Lucian, like I think I read somewhere police said they're not saying foul play or anything like that. Also with Lucian, they're saying he's autistic. I've also heard let me get a picture so we can put it up before we get started. Okay. Let's see. I've also heard nonverbal, but I don't know if that's true or not. I've seen a lot of news articles say nonverbal, but then I thought somewhere else they said that he's not now. So I'm not sure exactly what it is, but definitely he's autistic. And it made me think too, because my cousin, he's autistic, right? And I remember, and one of the articles say this as well, you know, autistic kids, they tend to be attracted to water. That's what's kind of scary a bit. I'll show you this. Many children with autism are drawn to water for its calming sensory experience. In fact, a 2015 study found that children with ASD enjoy swimming significantly more than children without ASD. And while water can present a safety concern, water play and swimming also offer benefits for children with ASD. Okay, so Dig says, and thank you for that information, and that actually makes me think about my cousin a bit too. Dig says, not nonverbal, just not strong verbal skills. And so my cousin, he can say a couple of words, but he doesn't say much, you know, and so he's not completely nonverbal, but he's, you know, doesn't say much. So maybe something to that effect. I'm sure, you know, how there's different levels of autism. Maybe there's different levels of, you know, what they can say. So I believe this is dad. This is definitely mom. This is Lucian here, 4 years old. And I wanted to show you too a couple things. He's described as 4 feet tall, 40 pounds, with long black hair, brown eyes. He was last seen wearing a long sleeve blue shirt with a shark on it. I have that picture somewhere. I don't know if it's that one. Blue shorts and black shoes. His family said he was last seen at the Sarge Hubbard Park around 7:15 p.m. And they've been doing a bunch of searching. This is what the park looks like. Let me get you a little closer. They've been doing a lot of searching. Now, when I looked at this park, maybe because of all the stories that we've covered and some of the parks that I've seen, a lot of the other parks I've seen are huge. This one's not that particularly huge. So if he did wander off, and we're going to look at some of the video clips, they had some areas where they thought he could have walked, but that they searched. This is the park right here. Sarge Hubbard Park in Washington. There's a lot of bodies of water, which is kind of concerning. You know, they've been using like underwater drones and a bunch of different technology. There's just Yakima River. This thing here. Buchanan Lake. The other thing too that was kind of interesting, which we're going to hear as well, and one of the video clips I was listening to, apparently there was a party that day in the park. And so they said if anybody at the park, you know, seen anything or knows anything, or like anybody that looks like this kid, to come, you know, report it to the police. So that's another tidbit. And there's another thing too we're going to get to at the end of the stream, where apparently there's quite like a dozen kids or something that have gone missing from the city. And when they asked the police officer about that, or one of the officers, they said that the only missing person they can remember as far as kid was this Lucian, which was kind of odd. How do they not know about all the other missing kids? Were they found? You know, I don't know. So we're gonna talk about that at the end of the stream as well. So well, actually, that might not be a bad idea. Milo said AWP. They could probably clear those waterways, especially like they did for Julissa. Clear some of those waterways probably pretty quickly. All right, so let me start off with some of the beginning stuff here. And the other thing that was a little weird, and there's gonna be a video where they explain this, is at first police said they don't want the public's help for like the first 2 days, and then after they're like, okay, we could use your help, which is pretty critical. But I guess there's a reason for that. I don't even know it myself, but in one of the clips that they talk about it.
Community expressing concern for the missing child. Good evening, I'm Jason Valentine.
And I'm Alyssa Warner in for Madeline Hagan tonight. Now, nearly 72 hours since that 4-year-old went missing out of Yakima, there is still no sign of him.
And in a story you'll only see here on iCkEdMeL, Emily Goodell spoke.
Yakima, okay. And remind me at the end of the stream, something off topic I want to ask you guys about iPhone, because I just got an iPhone, my first time having one. And I want to be able to see my text messages on the computer because it really helps me out with my streams. But apparently I can't get iMessage unless I download an app. We'll talk about it later. Maybe I'm just putting it out there because maybe somebody knows.
Spoke to the parents about their little boy and how you can help bring him home.
His name is Lucian Munguia, a 4-year-old boy who plays and laughs and loves fish. Now he's gone.
We're Lucian's parents. I'm his mom and this is his dad. We're just wanting Lucian to come home.
Sandra Munguia says it started with a trip Saturday evening to Sarg Hubbard Park. Lucian and his 6-year-old brother wanted to play.
They run down the hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys.
Here on iCkEdMeL, Emily.
I just want to play that part again because it's pretty important.
Goodell spoke to the parents about their little boy and how you can help bring him home.
I don't have a Mac.
His name is Lucian Munguia, a 4-year-old boy who plays and laughs and loves fish. Now he's gone.
We're Lucian's parents. I'm his mom and this is his dad. We're just wanting Lucian to come home.
Sandra Munguia says it started with a trip Saturday evening to Sarge Hubbard Park. Lucian and his 6-year-old brother wanted to play.
They run down the hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys where they were. And it was like, he's the fastest diaper changer in the world, you know, like, and
That's really, really, really unfortunate. You know, and I know all these kids are different when it comes to like autism and stuff. So you can't, you know, one kid could have it and it's completely different behavior from another one. But just in my own personal experience with my cousin, I just remember with him, he was just very, and you know, he's medicated. He was just very like all over the place, running around. Like you have to really, I don't know how Lucian was, but I'm just saying in my cousin's experience, you know, running through the house, turning on the faucet, turning it on, turning it off, grabbing things, running one room to another room. Quite a few of the times he'd like open the door, run outside, run into the street. Like it's a lot of work for my cousin in particular. It's crazy to hear these kind of stories though, because it does make me flash back, like I said, to Dulce or even Lena from Texas.
hill a lot. That's their favorite thing to do, is run up and roll down.
And their 2-year-old daughter needed a diaper change, but Dad didn't go far.
He was in the car that was parked right in front of the toys where they
So they're saying Dad was changing the diaper.
were. And it was like, he's the fastest diaper changer in the world, you know, like, and that's all it takes is a blink of an eye.
Investigators say they believe Lucian left the playground alone, headed south and east. They don't suspect foul play, but the family says they don't think he's hiding.
He doesn't even get the concept of hide and seek.
He comes out before you find him.
He won't even go hide. He'll follow my son to go play hide and seek, and then he gives away my son.
Lucian has autism, but he isn't nonverbal.
His English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. His name's Lucian. We call him Shushi. We call him Shushinato. Little.
Right now, family members need volunteers to help search for Lucian.
You guys are welcome to come out, come and meet with us. Someone in our family will meet with you by the picnic tables.
Up by the toys.
Up by the toy area.
Park in the gravel down there by the sheriffs, or up here by the toys.
You can also pick up flyers to put up around town.
Print Guys is actually helping us a lot on this. They're donating a lot of flyers every day.
And if you see something, say something immediately.
Not 2 hours later, just take the second to drop what you're doing and call 911. If you have him, just drop him off where he's gonna be found and just let him go. He wants to come home. My 2-year-old daughter misses him. My 6-year-old misses him. We miss him.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell.
So I think she said 2-year-old daughter and 6-year-old. So they have he has 2 other siblings, I guess. Damn. Oh, you know what? The changing diaper thing too just flashed me back to Michael Vaughn. You know, even though this is a completely separate case, a lot of details are missing, but like, I don't know, when I hear these stories and you hear bits and pieces, it always kind of flashes me back to different various stories.
Cap KVU Local News.
Now, if you want to help in other ways, family members say you could just come talk to them at the playground. At least one of them will be staying there around the clock until Lucian is found.
And we got an update from Yakima Police.
And I did see somewhere, I think we're going to get to it, that supposedly they have like an around the clock 24/7 station at the park.
Chief Matt Murray, who says the search is far from over, but they do have to scale back. Some resources are no longer in use, like the helicopter and underwater drone. Murray says search teams equipped with GPS have gone over the area more than once, from Sarge Hubbard Park to Union Gap and Sela, with no luck. That's why they're inviting the community in to see if they spot something the professional search teams did not.
We have to scale back at some point. We can't just keep resources that are no longer usable. We will keep looking, but at some point that will also end. And so if the public wants to take that on, that would be fantastic.
That's crazy. I mean, I guess I get that, but like hearing that as a parent too, I mean, I guess at some point they have to do that, but say, oh, we're going to scale back that. And eventually we're just scaling back everything. It's just up to you guys. That's damn, yo. Sam Faden, thank you so much for the Faden. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says thank you so much for acknowledging. If you know one child with autism, you know one child with autism. Thank you for representing the population as a whole. I show up to work for them daily. And thanks. Oh, no problem. Thank you. I know. Yeah. That's a good question too. Patrick said, did the 6-year-old see anything? Because he went to change the 2-year-old's diaper. Was the 6-year-old there at the park too with Lucian? And did the 6-year-old see anything? Yeah. They have an official family Facebook group too that we're going to take a look at towards the end. And I'm going to put I forgot to put the link in, but I will when we get there. This lady spoke with the mother, I believe.
Continuing coverage, the search for the missing 4-year-old Lucian continues. Jessica Perez spoke with Lucian's mother this morning and joins us.
That's a good question too.
Hi, Jessica.
No cameras at the park? Were there any cameras?
Hey Brianna, I spoke with his mom, who said that she just wants to find her baby. She also wanted to address some rumors that she doesn't want any help to find her son. Well, that's not true, and there's actually a statewide effort going on to help find him. There are 6 different counties involved, including Spokane County and the U.S. Air Force, that are all searching for Lucian Munguia from Yakima. Lucian was playing with his brother at Sarge Hubbard Park on Saturday when he went missing. He was last seen wearing a shark shirt, blue shorts, and black Skechers.
That's the shirt.
YPD began searching for him Saturday evening, and the Yakima County Sheriff's Office took over the case. The 2 agencies are working together to follow all possible leads, including kidnapping, him being lost, or possibly falling into the river. Lucian does have autism, so based off...
Dick said there's no cameras at the parks anywhere in my state except at the schools. Yeah, so I really wonder what the situation is with this park. I remember there was one time missing woman that I covered, Noemi Boulevard, and that park had cameras, but the cameras weren't even working or something like that. Like most of them were not working. It's like they just have these cameras for show and they're not even operating in some places.
Law enforcement statistics,
I don't know what the situation is with this park.
A boy his age with autism could have gone as far as 9.5 miles on foot on the Greenway. They've been searching within those parameters and outside of it too, with all resources available, including a bloodhound, cadaver dogs, ground searches, ATVs, drones, boats, and more.
Man.
If you have any information about his disappearance or know where he is, call 911 with any tips.
So I'll show you guys again. This is the park right here, Sarge Hubbard Park. This is also called Yakima Greenway. Sorry, Yakima. I can't even pronounce this shit. Yakima. Okay. Thank you. Diggs correcting me. Yakima. So this is Yakima Greenway. This is the Yakima River. Then there's just like these bodies of water. I mean, this stuff kind of stretches out all the way up here. I mean, I don't know how far he really could have gotten. I'm going to show you a video too where some of the search people talk about how far he could have gotten in the search areas that they've done. I mean, and my thing is too, it's like, okay, I mean, I don't know if he got into one of these bodies of water, okay, I guess, or he's, I don't know, lost somewhere here, which they've been searching. But if he got out to the public streets, you would think somebody would have seen him. I also wonder what the current is like in these rivers. This river right here. Is it strong current or what?
Police also say a party was going on at the park at the time of his disappearance.
So that's the thing too. There was a party going on, at that time.
If you were at that party or at the park between 6:30 and 9 on Saturday and have any pictures or videos, YPD asks that you send them to ypd@yakimawa.gov. I will continue following this.
You know what? And completely unrelated, but like I said, I just flashed back a lot. Anybody in the chat remember that Florida story of that mother that went to go drown her kid, and the kid was autistic? I'm thinking that maybe she didn't want to deal with the kid anymore. I'm not saying anything with this case, but I'm just saying like the flashbacks. She went to go drown this kid, and what happened was she took him to a pond and pushed him in, but there was a witness, and then the witness like came out running and screaming, And the mother then pretended, oh my God, he fell in, help. And so the witness comes and takes the child out. This mother then goes and takes that child to a different pond and kills him. Crazy. This is just a snippet, but there is a longer video we're going to watch. Yakima County Sheriff's Office talks about how they're going about their search for the 4-year-old missing Lucian. Make sure you tune in at 5. We're going to take a look at that a little later.
So the radius here, you can see the red line where we started at. Within the first 24 hours, that's where more than likely.
East Maple, Riverside. Search by Ellie. Okay. I'm not sure if it's this far. East Maple, East Chestnut. Let me take a look at East Chestnut. East Chestnut. Yeah. I mean, if I'm looking at this right, they're searching like, I don't know, this part here looks like pretty far inland from the Sarge Hubbard Park. If this is correct, I'm not from this area. But then also there's like searching the Riverside Waterway, Dyke Road. Should look up Dyke Road. Dyke Road Trail. Okay, so it's like, to me, it's like they're searching this entire area. All in between. The Dyke. I mean, it looks a lot closer on this map. Dyke Road. Let me try Dyke Road. Canceled. Okay, this is actually a little closer. So it's like they're searching on each side and everywhere in the middle. That road's kind of like on the other side. This is the waterway. Inland. I mean, but if I would just think somebody would stop if they seen this 4-year-old walking through the streets here. I don't know. Ermiz, thank you for the super chat. Says, where was mom? I don't know. That's something I'm going to see if they can find out and look into. Is that street called Footprint, or did they? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. The Footprint one? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. When they put Footprint here, let me just do a little search and see if anything pops like that. Maybe they meant footprint. Did they see a footprint? Or is there something called Footprint? Let's see. Footprint. No, I don't see anything called Footprint. So maybe they saw a footprint then. The footprint photos, no. So that's another question mark. I don't know what that is.
Likely a juvenile of his age with his medical condition would be found. And then so once the next day hits, we move that out a little bit further. And a little bit further. So the radius here, you can see the red line where we started at. Within the first 24 hours, that's where more than likely a juvenile of his age with his medical condition would be found. And then so once the next day hits, we move that out a little bit further and a little bit further. So the radio.
All right. It does say footprint. Let's add some pictures and we'll just read the article briefly. Dogs. So again, this was on Saturday, 7:15, which was September 10th, after searching for 15 minutes. So this happens, okay, Lucian went missing at the park at Yakima River around 7:15 Saturday. And so I guess the parents searched for 15 minutes. After searching for 15 minutes, his family called police and authorities mounted a major search effort scouring the park and nearby areas. Seeley said it appears that Lucian was last seen heading southeast in the park. Southeast. Let me pull this park up again. Sarge Hubbard, southeast. Okay. South east. And where is the playground? Was this the playground? Oh yeah, this is the playground. Looking from the video, so southeast, leaving southeast. And who saw him leaving us southeast? Seeley said it appears that Lucian was last seen heading southeast in the park. The Yakima County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Team is leading the effort, which had more than 100 people out Sunday. King and Kittitas counties along the Glebe Fire Department have sent assistance and resources to search. YPD Chief Matt Murray said in a statement Monday morning. Lucian is autistic. Searchers are hopeful that Lucian will be found alive. Seeley said an Air Force contingent from Fairchild Air Force Base near Spokane is helping with the search, and searchers deployed a submersible drone inside the pond, which I didn't even know they had that, like underwater drones. That's kind of cool. While aerial drones have searched the area, along with the Yakima River, there are 2 ponds in and by the park. Searchers have also gone out on kayaks along the Yakima River, which was also running too low to deploy boats. Oh, the water levels. The search area was being expanded. Seeley said that the teams were also checking LL Buchanan Lake, a flooded gravel pit. Checking LL Buchanan Lake, a flooded gravel pit. Buchanan thing I saw was like right here. I don't know what LL is. This one's just another flyer. 4 years old, picture flyer. We're going to get to also why, because I know people were asking like why they didn't call for like an Amber. They did some sort of other alert, I guess, because they didn't meet the criteria, which, I mean, they got to start doing something about when these kids go missing and they're like, they don't fit the alert, so they're not going to do it. I mean, I don't know, because I just would think with kids, especially this age, you know, I mean, they did some, and then we'll talk about it. Somewhere in my thing here, we'll talk about it. Another flyer, you can just take a look at. Missing child, 4-year-old. According to this flyer, 509-574-2500. And then Here, let me pull this up because I downloaded this. Pull this up real quick. I don't think we need to read all of this, but so we know he went missing Saturday evening, 7:30 p.m. During that search, trained search crews from multiple agencies, including Pierce, King, Spokane, Kittidias, I don't even know how you say that, Klickitat counties, Moses Lake, and Glebe Fire, U.S. Air Force, and more. Some of the resources that are being implemented in the search include over 15 search dogs, ATVs, boats, kayaks, drones, underwater drones, Columbia Basin dive teams, a statewide alert, helicopter, and over 150 searchers have all assisted. The searchers have been in water, on the river, through brush and trails, the park, nearby roads and businesses, and everything in between. The search was extremely thorough, tracked by GPS, and conducted again to be sure Lucian wasn't missed. Additionally, detectives have sourced nearby homes and businesses for video, conducted consensual searches of encampments, interviewed witnesses, and followed up on leads. This work has given no indication of foul play. So this was put out on 9/12. All these efforts led us to the next phase of this operation. To date, we have discouraged the public from self-deploying, which this was at the time. At the time, I guess they had told people not to go out and search. And it says here, as they would have interfered with our coordinated effort, we're now asking the public to continue the search and notify police immediately if they find Lucian or a clue to his location. The detectives have been able to establish that Lucian left the playground alone, heading south and east. Unfortunately, there is a fast flowing, okay, so that's information on the current, which is concerning. There's a fast flowing river, a pond, and a deep lake in that direction. Underwater drones and divers checked both bodies of water with negative results. After consulting with Sheriff Udall, we have also agreed to begin scaling back the assets from around the state and the search and rescue team. This is consistent with protocol for searching in an urban area. We continue to assign personnel to this effort and sincerely pray for a positive outcome. Damn, man. It's kind of unfortunate. I mean, I don't know. I guess that's protocol, but it's unfortunate that they kind of like called the public off at first. I mean, because like time is super important, especially like, I guess for the first 2 days, they told people not to help. And it's a fast flowing river. This thing goes down. Oh, I mean, shoof. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, if we just thought of like, you know, could have gotten caught up in the river. I thought this was just a nice picture and poster that somebody put up. Emily Udell on Twitter. Missing autistic 4-year-old Lucian. Please call 509-406-3806 with any info. I don't know what number that is, but the other number here is 509-574-2500.
Than 48 hours after his parents first called police, saying their son had wandered off during a trip to Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima. With the light fading fast at the time, they weren't able to track him down. And as we heard just a few minutes ago, police are now inviting volunteers to come out and help them search. But for that first 48 hours, they were asking everyone to stay at a distance. KapKV's Emily Goodell talked to police about why they wanted you to wait.
8 years ago, this happened to my family, and we lost a 3-year-old nephew.
Volunteer searcher Velma Camarillo says in 2005, her nephew was playing outside a house in Sela when he disappeared.
We finally find out that he drowned in the canal, and it was something really hard on us. I know the pain, and I know what the family is going through. So I'm here to help, and hopefully we'll find this child and bring him back home with his family.
Social media flooded with the community's condolences and offers to help search. Untrained volunteers can confuse tracking dogs, contaminate evidence, get lost in the woods, or have their own emergency during an already difficult search.
It's enormous, and there are a lot of heavy brush. There's not only lakes and rivers, but there's canals and ditches and mud, and I mean, there's a lot of area to search. There's too many places for a little 4-year-old to be. What I do know is, you can tell around me, these people are very determined.
And part of a team, one that you could potentially join if you're willing to put in the time and effort, starting with an application. Deputy Search and Rescue Coordinator Kyle Cameron says he'll go through applicants at the end of the year to send on to training at the end of January.
Hardest thing is for people to juggle that, is to get their normal life and then dedication to SAR, how many hours they're going to put in. But you know, the guys out here, they do feel that it is worthwhile because they are helping people in a time of need.
Authorities say the best way to help right now is to keep sharing Lucian's information online and giving the family some grace. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, iCkEdMeL, local news.
As far as okay, so I was sent this link. Okay, so they found video of him leaving the park. Apparently, that's how they were able to say southeast. Let's see. Please don't wait. Hold on a second. Let's see, where's that link at? Okay, let me just bring this in then. We just watched the
4-year-old last seen in the acting child.
His name is Lucian Munguia, a 4-year-old boy who plays Saturday evening to Sarg. Investigators say
My son.
Lucian has autism, but he isn't nonverbal.
His English is broken up. It's not full sentences, but he still talks. His name's Lucian. We call him Shushi. We call him Shushinato. Little.
Right now, family members need volunteers to help search for Lucian.
You guys are welcome to come out, come and meet with us. Someone in our family will meet with you by the picnic tables.
Up by the toys.
Up by the toy area.
Park in the gravel down there by the sheriff's.
Yeah, we did see that. So the whole part with, okay, I think we should just read this part here because this gives a little bit of detail, even though they said it in the video. Munguia said it started with a family trip Saturday evening to the Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima. Her husband, Juano, had just arrived with the 4-year-old Lucian, their 6-year-old son, and their 2-year-old daughter. Kids in tow, Munguia said her husband parked right next to the playground. He was changing their daughter's diaper in the car as the boys got out to play on the hill, which she said is still within the view of where they parked. Within a minute, just a blink of an eye, he was gone. So, yeah, Lucian had to have been with the 6-year-old. I just wonder if the 6-year-old, I mean, I'm sure they spoke with him, but yeah, was able to see anything. Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray told iCkEdMeL in an interview Tuesday that investigators found video that shows Lucian leaving the park in a southeast direction by himself and that they do not suspect foul play. So they saw him wandering off on his own. I guess that's why they don't suspect foul play. He left the park by himself. That's what we know for a fact. What happened after that? ? Well, that may still have been, that we may still have to find out, but we've had detectives scouring this entire area looking for people with video, businesses with video. Munguia said they feel in their hearts like someone, Munguia said they feel in their hearts like someone may have taken their son because they don't believe he's hiding. She said that he doesn't really understand the concept of hiding when they play hide and seek and comes out before he's ever found. He won't even go hide. He'll follow my son to go play hide and seek, and then he gives away my son. And so all this stuff we know. He has autism, but he isn't nonverbal. His English is broken up. Okay. All right. So they saw a video of him walking off.
Family friend, and we're here at the park making posters. If you want to make a poster, this is the way the family.
That's a good question to have to say. Well, I'm still wondering, was mom there or not? I guess mom wasn't there. I don't. So far, I guess it seems like it was dad alone. I'm not sure.
Family wants it.
It seems like it.
So parents are asking that you put this on your poster. Missing autistic 4-year-old Lucian. Please call 911 or 509-406-3806 with any information regarding Lucian. Please help bring him home. We're here today at the park. If you have any time, 5-10 minutes, an hour, please come and help us. Thank you.
We'll continue to keep you updated on our website, yaktrynews.com, and stay tuned for more updates like this. This is Emily Goodell reporting for Cap K-View. As you can see, the command post here at Sarge Hubbard Park has grown overnight as authorities continue to search for 4-year-old Lucian Munguia, who disappeared from the playground Saturday evening from Sarge Hubbard Park here in Yakima. Search and rescue teams are now using remote submersible drones to search waterways in and near the park and around the connecting Yakima Greenway. Agencies from across the state have joined in the search, including Spokane's branch of the U.S. Air Force, King County, Kittitas County, and
that sent me one of the comments in the live chat. Says Desiree says, I live in Yakima and been keeping in the know all week. My daughter went and got flyers this morning and met the parents. They're besides themselves. Damn. I don't know if you want to call and just give us some of your thoughts after. Like we're getting through the clips. I'll try to keep an eye out for you. Maybe the mods can keep an eye out. Maybe just to give us some insight locally. Like what's it like for everybody over there? Maybe for the parents. And thank you, Diggs, too.
Lead Fire Department. Investigators are asking anyone who was at Sarge Hubbard Park between 6:45 p.m. and 9 p.m. on Saturday to search their phones for any pictures or videos they may have taken. If you find any of those, please send them to YPD@yakimapolice.org, as well as reporting any tips you may hear to 911. According to the police department, they will be posting another update about this search at 4 p.m. unless they have something immediate to share before then. The Yakima County Sheriff's Office again is asking people to avoid the area around the park and to leave the search to trained professionals. They say while they truly appreciate the community's desire to help, having too many people in an area can compromise the search and the investigation as well.
This was the statewide alert, which I'm going to play a video too, where they explain why they didn't put an Amber Alert. Which with all these stories with kids, we always hear when an Amber Alert doesn't go out, they kind of explain that it doesn't meet the criteria. And I guess because they saw him on video walking away by himself. Statewide alert for missing child. This was September 11th. 4-year-old Lucian is still missing. A statewide alert has been issued. The alert will appear similar to an Amber Alert, as it uses the same network, but as of now, it does not meet the criteria and requirements for an Amber Alert. So I wonder with that, do people still get a notification on their phone, or there's no notification on their phone? Maybe.
A statewide alert has been issued for a 4-year-old Yakima boy who went missing over the weekend. Yakima police have been searching for Lucian since Saturday night. State Patrol says he walked away from his parents at Sarge Hubbard Park. 80 search and rescue members have been searching a nearby river and Buchanan Lake. Drone and search dogs have also been deployed. If you have any information, call 911.
This is the explainer of the
A boy from Yakima is still missing. Lucian Munguia last seen playing with his little brother at a park on Saturday. Today, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is sharing a video through its partnership with the Ring.
I was talking about that, Lexa Dulce.
Lucian's story, his pictures, and information on how to report information. If you know anything, all shared nationwide today on Ring. He was last seen wearing a shirt with sharks, blue shorts, and black sneakers. The family says he's on the autism spectrum. Search groups from law enforcement to dive teams to military drones have been looking for Lucian for days. And Yakima Police issued a statewide alert for him on Sunday. The alert is similar to an Amber Alert, and a lot of people have been asking why there wasn't an Amber Alert. YPD says Lucian's case does not meet the requirements to be considered an Amber Alert. So we looked into what those requirements are. According to Washington State Patrol, the criteria are: number one, children 17 and under known to have been kidnapped. They're in danger of serious injury or death. Alert activated within 4 hours, unless not reported to police within that time. Enough descriptive information to give to the public, reported to and investigated by police.
Then meet at least these two.
We talked to Carrie Gordon, the manager of WSP Missing and Unidentified Persons Unit. She says all criteria have to be met for an Amber Alert to go out.
That's correct. There's no information to lead law enforcement at this point that I'm aware of anyway, that an abduction has occurred. So we have no suspect information, no vehicle information. We have nothing to give to the public except the photographs of the missing child.
Let me see. What was this?
Continues to find a missing 4-year-old boy in Tacoma as the alert grows statewide. This boy, Lucian, was last seen on Saturday about 7:15 p.m. near the play area at Sarge Hubbard Park along the Yakima Greenway. Authorities say that he was with his parents but walked off. Washington State Patrol says.
And I don't know, because they're saying with his parents. That's the thing I'm trying to still figure out. Was mom there or not? And if she was there, where was she?
That Lucian is autistic, and if you have any information about where he might be, call 911.
The last shirt he was wearing, which we've seen a couple times already, but just a close-up, which would be important for people out there searching locally, The glass. Let's see. His hair will be slightly longer. YPD is requesting if the public has pictures or video from last night at Sarge Hubbard Park between 6:45 and 9 p.m. This was September 11th. They also had like a candlelight vigil, or not a vigil. I was going to say vigil. Let's see what they got here.
When things like this happen, we really don't have any barriers in this community. And so it was such a blessing tonight to have everybody from the community show up and join together in prayers from their spirit and their heart.
Just so the family would know that the community stands with them in solidarity, and that we are looking and supporting them in lots of different ways.
Even police out there. This one, this one's kind of like a little concerning to me also, because I guess the mother says son loves fish. Will come for call to that. Son loves fish. So it made me think like water. I'm going to read this article. It's just like some video of the park. The area. That's the playground. Hey, Stir, how you doing? Stir crazy. Okay, so let's just skip to the part. Oh. Did I skip it? I should have highlighted this before the stream, my bad. Okay. I know everybody wants to help, but sometimes if we get too many people out here, it kind of throws things off, Goldsmith said. He said they're bringing out additional technology to help them search the ponds to hopefully rule them out as a possibility or locate the young boy who loves fish and singing the ABC song. I don't know. That part kind of made me think too of like water, you know, like, I don't know, maybe would have been a track. Plus, given the fact like autistic kids are, you know, they tend to like water.
Continuing tonight for missing 4-year-old Lucian. Reporter Alana Martinez, she spoke with members who are searching for him right now. They're going to continue that through this evening. And we also heard from Yakima County Sheriff's officials about the extensive list of resources they brought in to try to find this local boy.
Dulce, right, Shay?
Some of the search crews have a tracker on their phone that shows up on this map in real time.
So we can kind of get an idea of where we've been, what days we've been. It even tells the person's name, even tells
It is really interesting that it says footprints right there. I'm guessing this is like the app that they're talking about, and so maybe you can input information. Clear, drone, submersible, and at some point somebody wrote, I mean, who knows if it's connected or not, you know, footprints. There's been a couple of times where I've gone out to local stories, local cases, and this has been a while, but I bring my camera out and just look and check out the scene, and you'd be surprised all the different stuff that's completely unrelated that you'd find, you know, looking.
Trying to get an idea of where we've been, what days we've been. It even tells the person's name. We can click on it and it'll tell you when they search that and when they return back here. So we kind of get an idea of, okay, we searched that this time. Hey, let's send somebody back out.
Police say they were able to get video footage from surrounding businesses and along the Greenway to eliminate some areas as a main focus.
Yakima is a city in Washington State.
In addition, to help with the search, they've used multiple air, water, and ground resources from different counties as far as Spokane. Today, new submersible drones helped look under the still water of the ponds and lakes nearby, while boats helped look in the rivers as far as Union Gap.
We've also had kayaks with people that are search and rescue trained that were able to get into littler areas where maybe our boats couldn't reach or the jet skis couldn't get to.
The family says they've been at the park since he's been missing. They say he is autistic but does communicate.
Child that can hear can say words, so really all you'll hear is a lot of
that's the aunt right there.
Repetitive words. He loves to talk about the sea, which is like fishes, octopus, you know, it's almost like rhyming.
Last night, they said they passed out flyers to homeless people in the area and got several tips that they've been following up on today.
We've also had numerous, probably 100 to 150 citizens that have just came to come and assist with searching.
Physically being here is amazing to see how many people have stopped what they were doing just to come through and walk the Greenway. Even if we've already walked it, it's like, thank you for everything.
We hope Lucian is found soon. He went missing Saturday evening around 7. Since then, the search for him has expanded statewide. So we've sent out the alerts and notifications of his disappearance, but there hasn't been, though, an Amber Alert. As of yesterday, a statewide missing persons alert.
We covered that already. We saw that too. And we know about the scale back. They're scaling it back now, unfortunately.
And we find no evidence, we find no clues, and so we stop.
No more dogs, drones, technology, or other police resources.
Right now, all of this is falling back on family, friends, and the community, and we need all the help that we can get.
From prayers, shares.
I mean, I can't imagine, like, if it was my kid, man, just to hear that like they're scaling back. Right? I get that's what they have to do, but it would just be so like disheartening just to hear that. You know, oh my God. It's like I would interpret it as like they're giving up. Like, I mean, I get it's a process or whatever, but I just, as a parent, that would just kill me. And then just, you know, I guess you just have to rely on the community. It's like they just kind of like, all right, like we're gonna cut back from looking for your kid.
And putting up flyers.
Just keep looking, because there's always a place you might not have, or house to house, or just kind of like passing out hand to hand whoever you see out there.
To expanding the search past where police left off.
We are looking for experienced hikers and people that are searching the area, because there is tough terrain, there is brush and thick vegetation that needs to be looked through.
Wear good shoes, comfortable clothes, and make sure to check in with the family near the playground at Sarge Hubbard Park, and someone will lead you in the search.
You're looking for a 4-year-old child who undoubtedly is thirsty, undoubtedly is hungry. Maybe he's really tired. We don't know if he's hunkered down somewhere, or we don't know where he's at. So just kind of pay attention to, you know, kid type things or kid type behavior, and think, where would a 4-year-old child that's in need of food and water and shelter and comfort would go?
I love my nephew. You know, I'm believing God that he's going to bring him. We're believing he's safe, you know. We're just believing that we're going to find him. So please help us to do that as well.
The family has set up an email where the community can reach them with questions at bringlucianhome@gmail.com. In Yakima, Emily Goodell, iCkEdMeL, local news.
We hear this already?
Hold back their resources, but today Lucian's mom tells us the search won't end for her until she finds her son. Since Saturday night, where 4-year-old Lucian was last seen near Sarge Hubbard Park, family and community members have come out in large numbers to bring Lucian home. Today was no different. Amber Munguia, the mom of 4-year-old Lucian, tells us she's been stunned by the amount of support people in the community are giving her. It's been 4 days since she last saw her son, and she doesn't want people to give up hope, saying she still needs our help.
It takes my breath away. To see the people come pray for us takes my breath away. The people I see just walking in and out just to search for a moment, it takes my breath away. It's amazing to see what a community does to come together when something like this happens. And yeah, I'm so grateful for it, so grateful.
We certainly hope that he is found soon. The family says it will be at Sarge Hubbard Park if anyone wants to volunteer their time.
So this is okay. So there's a Facebook group. I believe this is the official Facebook group from the family. So I'm gonna put the link in the description for people that want to follow, or for like official updates, or from updates from the family. Let me just put it in the description real quick. Family Facebook group. Okay, plug that in. And actually, I should update the Facebook post. Let me just add that in there too. Okay, updated that. Day 6. They're looking for any volunteers out there. Anybody that's local. Posting missing flyers, pictures. Please, it wouldn't hurt to try and look for him at this location. Going east on Nob Hill Boulevard, past the old Kmart, U-Haul, and storage. Go over the bridge that crosses over the river. On the right side of the freeway is a dirt road that's been blocked off and sits lower left of the river. You take a right at the first traffic light after the bridge to get to it. At the end of the dirt road used to be a building. I believe it's abandoned. I have seen the same man who walks it often. Please try to check it out. So that's the group, which they have like pictures in there too. If you want to see more pictures, flyers, or you just want to go support, like, I guess, the family and friends, or if you want daily updates to where the volunteers are going to be, good place to check. Okay.
And after 5 days, the family of Lucian Munguia is still searching for him and hoping to find answers about what happened to the missing 4-year-old. Stations are set out at Sarge Hubbard Park in Yakima for volunteers to help search, hand out flyers, and to get any information they can. The family tells us any tips are appreciated, and Lucian's family has started a Facebook page to clear up misinformation that they've seen, like Lucian being found or rumors that they don't want help finding him. And the group is called Finding Lucian on Facebook. And Sandra Munguia tells us she, along with other volunteers, have stayed out until 4 a.m. looking for Lucian and says she won't stop until he's found.
Okay. So this is what we're talking about, like towards the end of the stream, that I was going to like bring this up. And I've seen some people on Twitter bring this up, that there's like more than a dozen kids missing from this area. And then we're going to show you this, where supposedly, they asked this guy, I think, about these kids missing, and like, they don't know. So I don't know. I haven't watched this yet. We'll watch it together.
And this is Talon Goggles Obendorf, who
August 25, 2022.
was last seen on August 25th. But even though it's a tragedy that any child of any race goes missing from their homes and families, it's still very clear Indigenous children go missing at a much higher rate here in Yakima. Of the 49 Indigenous children that are missing across the state, 14 children are missing from the county and the Yakima Reservation. 11 of those children have gone missing in this year.
I've always wondered about the reservations. I'm not like educated on that. I haven't looked into it, but I just heard stories, and I've always kind of wondered, why is there such a higher rate of kids that are missing? Like, are they running away? Is there something going on? I saw a documentary a long time ago. If somebody knows a documentary or something, put it in the comment section or DM me or email me so I could watch it sometime. But there was something, one time I seen this documentary about that, like, some of the conditions that those kids are in is not good on those reservations. But I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. If somebody knows about that, let me know. Why is there such a high rate of these kids going missing from those reservations?
Youngest being just 8 years old. Here's a list of their names and the date they went missing. No pictures where.
And this is all fairly recent. Zane Chapman Pratt, 7/23/2022. Raymond Scott, 13 years old, 6/1/2022. Raymond, 6/9/2021. Eva Bazzi, 13-year-old, 3/25.
Attached to.
Oops, sorry. 3/25/2022. Eric Cloud Washington, 16-year-old, 7/21/2022. Clayton. The list goes on and on and on. All pretty recently. Mo says New Mexico reservations are good. Okay. Government genocide. What is going on at these reservations? Simply Stranger, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. And she has a good Twitter to follow for information on just missing people, like as far as flyers and what's going on. And information too on stories. MH, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Stolen Native American children are at an all-time high. Are they being taken? Do they have, like, are they, do those kids, are they growing up in restricted environments too? I don't know. Like, do they have like a culture thing, right? Like, is it a really restrictive culture type of thing? I'm gonna have to find out sometime. Reservation isn't that weird. I'll have to look into some documentaries or something.
Any of these names, and if you have any information on
Is it because they have their own police too or something?
where any of these children could be, you're asked to contact Yakima Police, Yakima Tribal Police, or the Washington State Patrol Missing Persons Unit.
And of course, we'll have that info online. Of course, that list.
That's a long list of kids. And fairly recently. And then over here, it says missing Yakima boy, the only child in recent memory not to be found.
To the search for a missing 4-year-old in Yakima. Yakima police continue to investigate the disappearance of Lucian Munguia, but have released the Yakima County Sheriff's Office search and rescue team and other resources.
iCkEdMeL's Emily Goodell reports this case is sticking with authorities who say it's definitely out of the ordinary.
A family living through
Glare said, what's up, Glare? He said, I would guess that part of the reason is that they're only under federal jurisdiction, so there's less policing going on. Maybe easier to get away with crimes. I wish I knew which thing that I saw, but I heard something like that too. Like the police, there's just not much police and, like, I don't know, corruption. It's like they're kind of, I don't know what goes on.
every parent's worst nightmare. Their little boy, 4-year-old Lucian Munguia, gone without a trace and missing for days. A case Yakima County Sheriff's spokesperson Casey Schilprut says is unique.
Normally, when we have calls for missing kids, we usually find them within about an hour's time. And normally we find them in their own home or in their own yard.
Those gone for longer, usually older, runaway juveniles.
12, 15, 16, 17 years old. And most of the time, they're kids who don't want to be at home or they don't want to follow the rules at home.
But kids Lucian's age.
Within the last 9, 10 years, I am not.
Okay, so they're saying, they're talking about kids his age is what they're saying. I thought they're referencing just kids in general, teenagers.
Aware of any case that the sheriff's office had that there was a missing child that we did not find.
Except Lucian. His continued absence despite an unprecedented response from hundreds of people across the county and state.
It's one of those cases that will puzzle us for a while, that we are always thinking about, hoping that he's going to be found. And it's one of those where we take quite personally that we haven't been able to find him yet.
The family holding out hope that Lucian's case is unique in more ways than one.
We are here and we are actively looking for Lucian. We do believe that he is alive and out there. So we just need people here helping us look, helping.
The walking away thing. So let me see who said that. Amber says, is it confirmed that he was seen walking away? Like confirmed, not gossip. I pulled up an article a little bit earlier in the stream where the police themselves said that they saw it on video that he walked southeast. So
Us get maybe his attention and
he was alone.
Get him to come out and come home to his family.
In Yakima, Emily Goodell, iCkEdMeL, local news.
So official search and rescue teams may be gone, but the Yakima Police Department continues to investigate and law.
That's crazy, man. Crazy. These are some pictures from Yakima Greenway. They said that they wanted to thank the incredible amount of community members and volunteers, Camp Hope, Yakima, oh my God, Yakima, I'm done with that. County Sheriff's Office, SAR, and all the other law enforcement officers and SAR teams from across the state have come together to search for Lucian. Wow, yeah, they really came out with a pizza. There was another clip of Spring on the Greenway. This is from a year ago, or over a year ago. Oh, April 23rd, 2021. Not that great quality. Let me see. No, not really good quality at all. But this kind of gives you an idea of, like, I guess the water too, the current. Not great quality, but it's a pretty fast current. It would be nice if I could find some footage like on YouTube, like drone footage, just to get an idea of the place. But Yakima. Drone. They got all kinds of stuff on YouTube. Let's see. Greenway, Yakima Greenway, River. Let's try this. Yakima River. Yakima River flyover. Let's see. I don't know exactly. Because that river runs long. So I really wanted to, but I'll use this one. I'm not exactly sure how far up or down. Does it say here? Moanin' dronin'. I'm just kind of curious as far as the current. Oh yeah, I mean that's a fast moving. I don't know how far up or down it is, but that's a pretty. And I'm just basing it off the water, not the actual drone moving. But you could just see the ripples in the water. It's going pretty fast. Yeah. So now he's like still. Yeah, that's fast moving water, man. All right. I think let's say we're at the end. I don't know if Desiree is still out there. If you wanted to talk, check DM. Let's see. Yeah. Yakima Rainbow Rivers. Let's see. Whoa. Went out to the music. Looks like a good place for fishing, that's for sure. The only problem is I don't know how far up or down the river this is. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't know if Desiree's still out there or she left. I don't know if there's any locals. I don't think we really need to do phone calls. I mean, unless somebody wanted to locally speak. I just wanted to do this story to kind of just spread it out a little bit. It's been like a week, almost a week now. Pretty concerning. I also just want to say that I appreciate you guys coming through, that we can cover stories too that like aren't popular. We cover popular stories, but we also cover a lot. That's what kind of almost what I've been known for, covering stories that like people aren't really talking about And sometimes I cover it and it starts to blow up. Sometimes we just have our own little things that we're covering to try to, give attention. And so I appreciate you guys, coming through for the live streams. Love you guys too. This happened on 9/10, 7:15 p.m. It's kind of. Oh, that's a good point, Vivian. I didn't think about that. Vivian said AWP search vehicle searching. Human not as easy to find alone in water. True. But yeah, no, thank you guys so much for coming through. I appreciate it. I don't think we need to do calls. I just wanted to put the story out there, and so something kind of, even though it was an hour long, I don't want to make it too long for people that rewatch the stream. And I'll be back if there's a chase tonight. I've been enjoying, even though we haven't gotten really a full one until like yesterday, I think the chases are good for us to kind of have a little fun in the meantime, just to take a break from all the insanity and craziness that's going on. So yeah, thank you guys. Oh, thank you, Mo. So the thing is, the last thing that I wanted to say, anybody that has iPhone, how do I get my text messages from my iPhone onto a Windows 11 computer? I was told that I got to download some, I did download some app and I had to pay like $20 for it. What is it called? iPadian? I just don't like that this thing takes up like the full screen. Let me show you what I'm looking at here. That doesn't even let me move it. Yeah, I don't know. This app is kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. If anybody knows this iPad, I wish I could show you my screen, but like it's stuck. That's the only thing I don't like about this emulator Chrome extension. For the Chrome extension, I read that you have to have like an iMac or something, and then you can use a Chrome extension on a Windows computer. I don't have a MacBook, no. Should I get a MacBook? Should I spend like a couple $1,000s just to be able to have I know I worried about that too. I've got word said that may be a scam. I was a little concerned about that because with this app, you have to use your Apple ID and log in. I didn't do it yet. I was a little bit apprehensive because I was like, I don't want them having my login password and stuff, Let me see if I can share this. Can I share the screen? Maybe not. I'll take a screenshot. I'll show you what it looks like. This is what the app looks like. It won't let me even move the thing from my main window, but it looks like this. It's an emulator, and then you have to like log in. I haven't logged in on there. So I don't know. I'll leave it open-ended. If somebody's watching, just or whatever, comment or leave me an email. And yeah, I want to figure it out. So, but no rush. Call Apple support. Send to yourself on Facebook. It's just a no. I don't even. So this phone that I bought it just so I don't have to talk to people. My other phone is like my YouTube phone. Just too many people have that phone, and too many people are just sending me just videos and like just kind of like nonsense and like just not this, I don't even know how to word it. Just too many people are contacting me about stuff that's just not really things I want to listen to or see all day long. And too many people calling, texting, emailing. So I just got a phone where like I don't have Facebook on there. I don't have, what else don't I have on there? I don't have Discord. Few people have the number, and it's just like, it's smooth, it's quiet, peaceful. The other phone, I haven't checked it like in 2 days. Just a separate phone. I don't have to, like, you know. Use Google Voice to mask your number. Yeah, you can do that too. I have Google Voice. I'm just trying to get my text messages from my iPhone onto the Windows desktop, because a lot of times I'm streaming and like the mods will text me something like quick, and I like to be able to look at it. Or sometimes not even mods, just other people might text me something important or whatever. I'd like to be able to pull it up, even though I use Facebook Messenger on the computer, but I'd like to be able to access my phone on the computer. I used to be able to do that with Android. Can't do it with this phone apparently. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. This is supposed to be more of a personal phone. Don't use your Apple ID and password. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If I give that to that app, they have access to everything, don't they? I don't want them seeing certain pictures and videos. But all right, I'm going to head out of here, man. I love you guys. Hopefully there'll be a chase tonight and we can hang out, come back and have a little bit of fun. And I am, so because I've heard people saying like, we need a trial, and I want a trial, and I've been very selective about what we're going to do. I definitely want to do Sarah Boone. That's gotten pushed back like I don't know how many times. Now I'm hearing November. I definitely want to do Sarah Boone, and there's another one that I might do. I don't know how we're going to do it because that trial I think is going to be so freaking long. I don't know that we could sit here 8 hours plus a day for as long as this trial is going to be. So I have to see. Because I don't know if we're going to sit here throughout the day, or if we do that trial, we'll do it like maybe like Popcorn Planet did the Johnny Depp trial where he did highlights at the end. The benefit of doing highlights at the end is that you can skip past all the empty spaces and like lunch break and all that stuff, and you can cut time and you can kind of even speed up the video. But then who knows how long into the night we're going to have to be up, and I don't know. But there's another case that I'm looking at that's starting at the beginning of 2023. And if we are going to do that trial, then that means I'm going to have to start covering that story now for the people that don't know about it, to kind of catch everybody up, kind of start getting our feet into the algorithm. So iOS app on Windows 11. I don't think they have one, do they? Store. Let me see. Microsoft Store. I read an article today that says they don't have iMessage on Windows 11. iOS. No. Nope. Mirror iOS to PC. iOS backup. So that's the one I'm looking at. I am looking at Lori Vallow. I saw the documentary. What was it, yesterday or the day before? I was like shocked. I was shocked. I was thinking of doing that. I was shocked. Okay, let me send you this clip that I was sent the other day about Grandpa. If you don't know the story, then you're probably not going to know what's going on. But I was shocked when I saw this shit. Did you know that apparently they still didn't get the bodies of those kids? Like they're still waiting. Like I guess the police have the bodies or some shit. How does that even work? Check this out.
I understood both sides, what they were trying to say. To me, the issue is not the camera.
And this was Grandpa. They just had a hearing the other day talking about Lori's people were trying to say that they don't want cameras in the courtroom. This chick is in there smiling and shit like that. She looks crazy as well. That's why they don't want cameras in there.
Or it's not the audio.
That's true. I know everybody's covering that too.
To me, the issue was Lori playing to the cameras. Just because the defense team and the prosecution...
Is it the same time as Ethan Crumley? No.
Didn't pay attention to the cameras, and Lori did. It was Lori who was playing to the camera. Oh, I got my ring on. oh, let me go outside and let me pose for the cameras. The judge has discretion, and I hope he uses it, and I hope he's wise in his decision. I think we as a public have the right to be involved in that court every day. And you, as the media, should be there every day. And I don't see how it's going to affect the jury. When you have a defendant who is out there playing to the public, and that's
sure they're smiling. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at her.
That's my point.
So it sounds like you're saying cameras should remain.
Absolutely, cameras should remain.
Sins of our mother.
And I would imagine that makes it easier for you in case you can't get out here. You can still follow the case.
It's not that. I'm going to be here, and unless I'm dead, I'm going to be here. But I want my family and our friends and the people that follow us worldwide deserve to know what's going on. And I think that it's the media's, they have to regulate themselves. They have to give no excuse whatsoever for there to be a mistrial. But when you have a defendant playing to the cameras inside the court and outside of the court, that is not the media. That's the defendant.
What was it like seeing her today?
Well, first of all, she's really
And this is the grandfather.
Aging and not
JJ,
gracefully.
right?
And, you know, I really don't like to put a lot of emphasis on what Lori...
I heard about that. Amanda said Lori's son was arrested this past week for SA.
Looks like what she says, what she does, but I think what she did in this case, in the last hearing, was what she is. That's who Lori is.
Bullshit. That's what she is.
She plays to the camera. She plays to the media. She thinks right now, I'd be willing to bet.
Oh, that's the bio. That's it says this is JJ's bio grandfather. Yeah.
She's on Miss America.
He was killed.
That's just my thoughts.
Miss America.
It's September, which I know is a tough month.
Yeah.
3 years ago, this month is when they believe that JJ and Tylee died. I mean, is it extra? What are your feelings coming back to Idaho this month? You know, this season.
Oh, the charges were dropped?
We had to come back. Kay and I had to come back. We had to go to the fence yesterday.
Ooh, okay. So they're telling me that the son's case was dropped. The SA charges. Get an iPad. If I get an iPad, I can do it then? All right.
And I cried. I cried a lot because at this point in the stage of...
Oh, it was his wife. Oh, geez.
This court hearing, court documents, the court procession, all I want to do is bury the kids. God, come on. It's been 3 years. JJ's in a vault.
Did you know that shit? When I saw, I was, what? They can hold a child's body like that?
Of this court hearing, court documents, the court procession, all I want to do is bury the kids. God, come on. It's been 3 years. JJ's in a vault. Right here in town. He's in a freezer. Come on. Judge, let us have him so we can bury him. The court will do what it's going to do. The jurors are going to decide what they're going to decide. I don't care. Just give us the children. Let us do what is right. This is not right. I don't care about Lori. I don't care about Chad. Did what they do was right? No, it was wrong. It was horrible. It was without... I don't even know how you comprehend doing something like that. But at this point, I just don't care. Let us have the kids. Let us bury them. Let us do the right thing. And that's all I'm begging the court. If the court wants a camera in there, good. If the court doesn't, good. But for God's sake, let us do right by the kids at this time.
That's insane. insane. What's the reason for holding them like that? Is it just in case they need to do something for evidence or something, like to preserve the body, or I don't know. Why are they still years later holding the kids in a vault? They're K80 did too, said, did they ever release the autopsy records for the kids? So I haven't dug into the story yet, but I heard that what happened, the autopsy, that I heard that wasn't released. I don't know, maybe somebody else in the chat can say the cause of death and like the autopsy, I heard it hasn't come out. Tasha, tell me how can I have iMessage on Windows? Yeah, that's crazy, man. All that time.
And it's time. It's so past time. This is ridiculous.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't seen Sins of Our Mother, I thought it was a really good documentary. Gives really good insight. I don't know if that's, I don't know if it's everything of the story, but I guess it gives you like a nice overview, at least. And that's on Netflix. Really good watch. It's like 3 episodes, and I think it's like an hour long each. Let me see. It'll come out during the trial. Okay. Or for future examinations if needed. Damn, man, that's got to be tough though, not to be able to. I understand that. I guess trying to preserve, I guess, the case and like, you know. But damn, that's just tough for them to be in a vault. Let's see. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah, we'll figure out what we're going to do. I'm just, as far as trials, I see several possibilities. And the Sarah Boone one, I don't think it's going to be that. I don't think it's going to be like that long, so we could cover that and still cover whatever happens in January. And if Crumley's is coming up, I don't know. I wonder. It's been a while since we even checked on that. I remember the attorneys were having issues, and they were trying to say if it was going to be like a conflict of interest or something. I don't know what happened with that. Oh, the Murdoch thing too. I've heard a lot of people talking about that. So, all right. I guess I'm gonna head out, man. Thank you guys again so much for coming through. Love you guys. Hit like on the way out. Have a good night. Take care and peace. All right. Bye. Bloop. Bloop, bloop.